Like, no warning, just go live.
We are YouTube Live.
All right, cool. That's that. And now,
welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
all right, everybody, welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday right here on Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me tonight, we got Kathleen and Shad Biffle, the Wandering Buffaloes. Rich Cooley's here. No Swiftwater, no Dennis Dayton, just the of us. What's going on, guys?
Not much. How's everybody doing?
Almost the weekend for us, so we're excited.
You got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yes.
Yep, 4-day and nonstop rain.
I know.
It's been insane.
Oh yeah.
All it's doing is rain. What, Rich? About the rain?
So the Buffaloes ain't wandering because of the rain?
It'd be soggy buffaloes because that's all it's done here is rain.
Oh, I mean, all the farm fields around us, creeks, streams, lake is all just, it's bad out. It's nuts.
The pond overflowed.
It didn't overflow, but we had to drain some.
Because it overflowed.
No, not yet. It was getting to the point where it was close. So.
Well, you thank goodness you got a good pump to do that, right?
Oh,
That's
we got
right.
multiple pumps.
God. Was you going to do anything if it wasn't so rainy and wet?
We still are gonna de-winterize the camper this weekend. We'll still do that.
Right.
So we'll just play it by ear, see what's going on. You never know.
We're at least gonna go through our equipment too.
Oh, gosh, yeah. We gotta do that.
Take stock. We've already had to order a few replacement things, but
Oh,
should be know soon.
well,
Yeah,
well, hopefully you can.
but just get everything together and ready to go because the Flash Bash coming up in 2 weeks or so.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Goodness.
2 weeks. It's going.
2 weeks.
I
Yep.
got to get my dredging legs on.
I got to get all my stuff together. I haven't did that yet, and that's not like me. So
Yeah, that's
It's been a weird year, with all the COVID stuff. It's just odd. I can't believe it's
Nice.
mid-May
Yeah.
and we haven't even been out. I feel like Swifty.
yeah, you're not that bad.
Oh,
Where
man.
is he anyway? Is he like okay? I mean, I hear that the fires were really bad there.
Swifty come lately. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. He just sent that message to the group and it's like, I might be late or I might not make it. I'm like,
Well, all I gotta say is, we told him specifically where the land was that we purchased, for our future home site.
right?
And I don't, a couple days ago, or was it yesterday? He sent the group chat like, "There's a fire. It's really close to Shad and Kat's place," And I was like, "Huh? I didn't hear anything about that." So I Googled, Phoenix wildfire today.
Right.
And I'm like, really,
Nowhere
Swiftwater,
close.
you have no clue of any geography around you out there. It's insane. It's in Cave Creek, which is southeast of New River,
Okay.
which is way like 40 miles southeast of where our land is. I mean, if you go to Black Canyon City and we're able to make a left and go through mountains, you would get to our place. So Swiftwater should kind of know the thing. And so I had to reply, in the nicest way possible. I said, let me know when the fire, jumps across I-17, takes a right turn, heads north, swims up Lake Pleasant, and then travels another 7 miles north. Then I'll worry.
He's loony.
I think he would know he lives there. He's
We don't even live there and we already know our way around.
Right, but he's lived there for how many years in Black Canyon City? He should know, right? Oh, that's
He's
nothing.
buying a gold camp there, so
Yeah, it should have been like, oh, it's nowhere near you guys. You guys are fine. But yeah, it's Scott. I mean, it's a Scottism. That's what.
It is a Scottism.
what have you been doing, Tim?
Working.
Working. You're back to work?
Yes, ma'am.
How's that going? Wearing a mask?
Mask, a shield, gloves,
Apron.
aprons.
I'm surprised you're not just in a bubble. A little bubble boy rolling around, the area.
One of them big inflatable balls and just get in that and roll up and down the hallways. That's a good idea, Shad.
Honestly, I mean, you're in a high risk, with high risk people. So, you should be bouncing around in a bubble.
That's a real good idea. I just might get one. Order me a bubble. Them round hamster balls.
Oh yeah, that you could
They're the
like.
ones.
I
Yeah,
think I've seen memes about that.
Bubble boy.
I may just get one of those. Be the only thing that works.
Isolation ball.
Yeah. The boy.
We'll be working from home for a while. It sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, for probably quite a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
not forever.
I don't think forever. They'll be. It's like, okay, I mean, many businesses now, I mean, they got to change a lot of stuff, and like where we work, there's a lot of people in that building, so they got to
just
shift
remodeled.
around a lot of workspaces,
Right.
and so they're going eventually to start letting some people, it's based on how needed is your position in the building, and where, for what Kathleen and I both do, we're at like the least priority.
Oh,
So it'll be a long time, it sounds like, maybe until fall.
wow.
Yeah.
Because we can work wherever, honestly.
Still trying to keep people 6 feet apart and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, the good news is their open floor collaborative seating plan that they were just about to start doing.
Right.
Right before all this happened, like some people got moved out of their wings temporarily for them to start construction on these spaces. I don't think that's happening now. I mean, you would have people like, you would be working like right here, and then you would have somebody right here facing the other way, standing above you if they wanted to, because they were stand up, sit down desk.
Right.
You were on top of people. Some areas were shared to where you had no assigned desk. You just plopped down wherever you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And they don't
yeah.
sanitize that every night. So
So that I'm sure all came to us.
Yeah, that thing. So a lot of us are happy about that.
Right.
I mean, I don't know why everybody's all up in arms about stuff. I'm kind of liking life. People stay away from me. They don't get too close. They leave me alone.
food comes to your
Food
door.
comes to the door and just is there. I don't have to even talk to somebody. It's just right there on the floor. And I just pick it up and come in.
Yeah, you got a point there when you
You're
think.
getting spoiled.
I think so. I know our dogs are.
Well, they're getting bad behaviors now.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are around all the time now.
Oh yeah, they're just wanting all the attention nonstop, and it's like I'm getting hit under this arm, then under this arm, and
They're
Well,
showing
Daddy's home now, so
Sure. It's freaking some dogs out where they're too much now.
well, then it's like when everybody is gone and goes back to normal routines.
All right.
Like I know my dog Misha, she's like, she already suffers separation anxiety, so she's gonna go nuts with all
Oh
of
yeah.
them.
True. Yep. It's crazy, dude. I don't know.
Yep. Then schools are wrapping up.
Mm-hmm.
We have our drive-through graduation ceremony next week for Riley, our daughter.
It's just
It's gonna be bizarre.
it's bizarro world is what it's.
Well, yesterday we had to drop off books and stuff, to the school.
Right.
Shane had to drop off his track uniform, which never got to do. And it was funny. You just drove, and there was this little tent with people, and they were like, "You don't get out of your car. Just have the things in a bag with your kid's name on it, and in the trunk or in the rear passenger door."
Wow, man.
Oh, and we may be late on Sunday
Mhm.
coming to the show because we've got visitors stopping by around 7:30 for this lacrosse team thing.
Oh yeah.
Social distancing.
But hey, I got a new book.
Well, oh, wait. What kind of book did you get?
Can you see it?
Plants of Arizona.
Arizona. Oh, my.
So I'm starting to learn about the vegetation there, and there's actually a lot more than I thought.
Ain't it all just like you guys said before, just prickly and hurt you?
A lot of it is, yes.
That's Arizona vegetation.
But I like this book because if you're walking out there and you see a plant and you don't know what it is, you can look it up with this color coding. So if it has, I don't know, yellow flowers,
Right.
there's a yellow flower section.
Yellow section.
So it's all together. I really like it. So
then you only have to flip through 100 pages of yellow plants.
What I was wondering was, Shad, you guys said about the fire and stuff out there. What really can burn in the desert? I mean, it's just like
okay. So this past winter time, they had almost, I want to say, maybe not record breaking, but close to it, a very wet winter, to the point where they had a ton of growth. And the wet season, the rain and whatnot, continued a lot longer into the springtime later than normal. And when we were there, was it March?
Yep.
Yeah, March. It was like a nice blanket of greenery everywhere in the desert. So now stuff is starting to dry out, and that's basically just fueling. Now, this one that happened outside of Cave Creek was a human started fire, whether accident or on purpose, they're investigating. I assume probably just somebody did something stupid by accident and whoosh, really quick. But yeah.
Wow.
I was just wondering,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's like,
and you can kind of see like where areas where the saguaro cactus have burnt from brush fires, and those take for a long time to grow back.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
That's like all that's out there, right? Just cactus and tumbleweed, ain't it?
Right.
Well, there's obviously there's enough out there to fill a whole book of plants of Arizona.
100 pages.
We'll cover the different elevations. So anything like 4,000 to 7,500, you're going to find up north.
Right.
It snows and stuff up there. We're going to be like at the 2,300, 2,600 elevation. And then you have your lower. So it'll tell you what elevation these plants are.
Oh, that's cool.
Did it show that special plant that when you find it, you're on the gold?
Oh yeah, the mysterious trumpet plant.
It has purple flowers, right?
Remember when we were out there in Arizona, we were looking for that special plant or whatever.
The trumpet. Is that really true though?
I think it has, that plant likes to grow in mineralized soil, is my understanding. Right. I may be completely off here.
That kind of makes sense.
So they put it like, okay, it's an indicator of good mineralization,
right?
Where it is a possibility you'll find gold there because of that said mineralization.
Right.
However, I don't think it's a guarantee thing. I don't know. You see them everywhere though.
Well, you know, maybe we'll experiment someday and see.
Yeah. Have to see. That's all. Just find that purple plant. Start digging.
Purple plant.
No squad tonight unless he joins us late, guys.
Yeah,
he had something come up, but he may jump in.
Wonder what he had come up.
It's better we don't know.
Right. You're probably right. It is better. We don't know. Yeah. But he may pop in. We have no clue. This is Scott. I mean, your guess is as good as ours. That's
Speaking of popping in,
yeah.
how are those gold prices, Shad?
Well, I was just about to ask something about that too. Look at that. Well, as we know, there was some really good movement, as of last week on the gold prices. So we were anxious to see how is it performing now. Well, gold's $3 up at $1,753. So we'll take it. It's closing in now 1,800.
Getting there.
What do you think, Tim?
On silver, up again.
Silver up, yep, 16 cents again.
Okay.
Another good move. It's at $17.96.
Ooh, okay.
Now, don't forget what silver dropped to like below even $12 at some point during the beginning of all this.
Right.
It got really low to where you couldn't buy silver anywhere. They were sold out, which was a lie. They just were like, we're not selling this for that. You're crazy. And then, of course, eventually prices came up. They're like, oh, look, we have it all in all of a sudden here. $22 an ounce, but whatever. So silver's up good, almost 18 bucks.
Nice.
That's impressive there. Platinum, that's up $48 at $931. So I think on Friday, when we did it on Sunday, it was like 1840s or 840s or so.
Right.
So it jumped up a lot in just 2
it did.
Yep.
Big movement. Now, palladium also another good increase. It was getting close down to gold levels. Then it shot back up to 1900 on when we did Sunday on Sunday's prices. It's up another $58 at 2093.
Mm-hmm.
So that one is taking off again. Interesting. So then that leads us to our lovely rhodium. This is crazy. Okay, now I bet you everybody was like, we should have bought it. Some of it, because guess what? It increased $1,175, and it closed at $8,575.
See?
So it jumped almost $1,200 in
I
day.
think it's gonna jump right back up to the 12s and 13s.
I know.
Mhm.
I wonder why.
I don't know, but
People going back to work?
I guess, well, supposedly some industries are starting to see a big spike in businesses, and that includes the auto industry is starting to see some people coming in to buy new cars.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that has something to do with it. And also there's been a spike in people buying homes.
no.
Which is kind of odd through all this.
It didn't hurt the housing market here, that's for sure.
Well, I get it, with the housing interest rates, they're really low again. So
Right. So that helped.
but hey, we'll take it. Gold's up, silver's up, platinum, palladium, rhodium. It's all up. It's a good day.
We like that. What about birthdays? Are they up?
Well, there's only a handful today. So obviously May 20th.
9 months ago.
Yeah, 9 months ago. Do the math.
Oh, I can't.
But you're Asian. You should be able to do this in your head.
You're
So
mean.
let's see.
August?
Hang on. Let's do this.
Count on your fingers.
August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Nope. So we were in September.
September.
So I guess just not a lot of going on in the middle of September, but hey, that means this day is all the more special if it is your birthday. So big boy hobbies. Happy birthday.
Aren't you going to sing?
No, I'm not singing. I already
Oh.
started. Sorry.
No.
Bill Jordan, Captain RJM, Don Davis, Doug BGG, and Get You Got Me Gold.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. Jim Haynes. I had to make sure I saw that one right, by the way. Josh Wilson, Kurt Collins, and Toney Baker. Now, tomorrow, I can see quite a bit. We have Daryl Bumstead, David Black, James D. Johnson, Jim Johnson,
What?
same person?
Yep.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Nicholas C., Tony B., and William Armstrong.
One's a capital, one's a small.
Yeah.
I bet it's the same person. I
Probably.
mean, what are the odds of two Jim Johnsons having the same
Yeah.
birthday and being members on the Prospectors radio?
Well, you never know. There may be multiple Jim Johnsons out there.
Astronomical odds.
I mean,
Would you
okay,
say
all
one
right.
was
Let's look
Johnny
really quick.
Gold?
So Jim Johnson, that is capital J's, right? Capital JJ. He's just a male from the United States. He pans, sluices, snipes, metal detects, high banks, and he used to do dredging. He belongs to Delta Gold Diggers, United Prospectors, AMRA, and the PLP. He found it through Facebook and equipment, all of the above, plus more. Now,
He's been a member since.
oh yeah. Hang on, I gotta go back to that. I was getting ahead of myself. He joined August 30th of 2019, so he's a new member there.
Very recent.
So then, of course, we got to look at the lowercase Jim Johnson, right? Let's see if he's any different. I'll let you be the judge.
Just
He
see.
is a male from Stockton, California. Metal detects, sluices, dredges, high banks, snipes, and pans. Yes, he belongs to the Delta Gold Diggers and the
It's the same.
GPAA.
It's the same person.
He found the site through the internet and was referred by a club member. He uses all equipment. So different answers, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
Different answers.
Oh,
Now, okay, if you're still not sure, he joined back in April 3rd, 2014.
huh. Could it be
So
we have
unless
two?
he pulled a Swiftwater,
Oh, he forgot his password.
he forgot his
forgot his
username and password and had to
information.
create a whole nother profile.
Ah.
Maybe.
could be.
Could be.
We call that, pulling a Swiftwater.
That's
Pulling a
possible.
Swiftwater.
Mhm.
But those are two there. But I gotta take a look real quick for Gitchigami Gold.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
What I want to see.
What's that?
Well, okay, you gotta go to his profile. He has some cat-looking devil horned hieroglyph as an image profile picture.
Oh,
You be the judge. I may be totally off. But he's from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. So up there, way up north. He pans for gold. He doesn't belong to any clubs, but he did find the site through eurekagoldssands.com.
Okay.
So pretty cool. He was referred to by Gino and uses the gold pan.
Yeah.
Obviously, up there in Canada and a lot of places, you're not allowed to use motorized equipment.
Right.
It's pretty restricted, I think. But
Mhm.
he was just to be a beginner when he joined. And he's been a member since 2015.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Gitchigami Gold.
Got me gold. I when you said the name, I was thinking it was like China or something. Yeah.
Hey, I was just thrown.
Japanese.
I saw it and it threw me off. I was like,
Get you got me gold.
how do you say this one?
I knew how to say it right away.
Get you got me gold. Get you got me.
It has the same syllables like Japanese does.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was for somebody from Japan or something. Get
Well, maybe they are, and they just live in Ottawa or
Good.
Ontario, or
you got me.
never know.
Get you got me gold. That's catchy though.
That's a good pay dirt company name, though. I think.
Get you
Honestly,
Yeah.
huh?
Get you, you know.
get you got.
There'd be no confusing it.
It would be original.
It would be. Get your common gold.
Get you got me gold on.
.com.
So, Rich, when were you going to be arriving to the Flash Bash?
Flash bash.
I guess they don't want anybody showing up on Thursday unless you're OSPA member. So I guess I got to be there Friday. I forgot to pay my dues for that year. I missed it by a month. So.
Eh.
Well, yeah, I think now the question is, do we believe Scott Swiftwater will come?
No.
I say no.
Whoa. He said he was driving.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, wow, that's
Yeah, so I'll probably be there Friday.
Yeah, and Scott will be there never.
never. But the rest of us will be, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You don't think he'll come?
And well, maybe that's where he's at now. That's why he ain't here. Maybe he's on the road heading.
He's on the
He's
road.
on the road. Get a 2 week
Ed said
head start.
I could show up Thursday. Okay, thanks, Ed.
It's a 2-week drive for Scott. So heck, it took him that long to get to Idaho, I think. So he might be on the road.
That's
again.
a long drive.
Yeah, when he could probably fly down here for practically nothing.
Oh, now,
It's
yeah.
pretty cheap airfare. Yep. You just got to jump through some hoops there in the planes, but whatever.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to have to wear a mask on the plane, though. So
Is that mandatory?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a long flight to have a mask on.
Ain't it? That would be. Yeah. That would kind of suck. Well, you could go to the bathroom. You could take it off for a minute and give yourself a break. Then go back to your seat with it on.
I don't think I could do that.
It's the world we live in now, Kathleen.
I know. But what's our longest stretch on to Alaska? Like 6 hours or
Woo.
something?
6-hour flight, I think. It's from the Minnesota leg to all the way to Fairbanks.
Yeah. Well, maybe get one of them real comfortable masks or make your
You know
own.
what? I'll be polite and wear one when I'm getting on the plane and leaving.
I can't
Right.
see.
When I'm just sitting there minding my own business, no.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
Sorry.
kicked off the plane.
I will what in mid-flight?
Midair.
You're gonna turn the plane
Here's
around.
my thing. If you're really freaked out, like, oh, you're going to endanger my life, why are you even out?
Right.
For one. Two, I'm sorry. Like, okay, I get it. If I had a cold or something, yeah, that's a different story. I would try to, contain myself. But I saw the funniest thing posted today, and it was from being shared around from a drywall painter type guy. And they have one heavy duty mask there, and he goes, if this can't keep out particles of drywall dust, it's not going to keep COVID out. And they took it off, and it was just covered.
Yeah.
with drywall dust, which is so true. And they even said that even the N95 mask, right?
What is that?
It's just a
Like the
special type
Cadillac
of
of
personal
masks?
protective mask. Yeah, it's cheap
Okay.
too. That this virus is too small to where it will get stopped. It'll still penetrate through. Now,
Mhm.
you could argue the fact it will reduce some penetration, possibly. I don't know. But at the same token, I don't know. I believe that we still eventually need to expose ourselves to build up an immunity and fight off this disease.
I think so. Yeah.
Has anybody seen that meme going around about if they fart can get through?
Yes.
Three layers or
layers
2
of
layers or
clothes.
something.
Can get through underwear and pants and stuff. And how's that mask going to prevent that? Yeah. Good point when you think about it.
Yeah.
A real good point.
I have to pinch myself sometimes because I just,
Yeah, it makes you go,
It is weird going out to like a grocery store and seeing everybody like that, and it's like, wow, this is different. It really is.
Oh, it's different. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wear them stupid N95 masks. Yeah. I'm just wearing a surgeon mask. They're a little more comfortable and yeah.
maybe I'll get one of those plastic face shields.
Yeah.
from Earth before
Yeah.
we go to Alaska. So I think I could deal with that more so than like
Yes. It's much better.
I think I may just get a giant bubble helmet thing, because I don't like stuff in front of my mouth. I always hated it.
No, and you
Well,
can
you know what you can use, Shad? I got the ultimate thing.
Was a hefty bag?
No, what you do is you wear a hoodie and you take the fryer lid from your fry pan, stick it in your thing and put your hoodie over top of it. And all you have is a little knob sticking out for your nose. So you have a glass shield.
That'll work.
People are gonna get really creative.
I've seen people doing it already.
Really?
Yeah, but not walking out in public.
Just as a joke.
Or the dinosaur costume.
That's it. I'm just gonna start wearing my dinosaur costume everywhere.
Yeah.
You're sealed inside of it, so you'd be safer in that than with any mask, guaranteed. Any of those inflatable costumes, just get an inflatable costume. They got the
Yeah, but it's hard breathing in them more than it is having a mask on, ain't it?
no. You can breathe in
Really?
that really good.
All I know is we are 5 months into the year, about to start June. What else can go wrong?
Don't say it.
I don't think anything can top this, brother.
Give them time now. You know,
Besides the murder hornets.
right? They tried to.
You know, there's been a lot of earthquakes all over the place now.
Yeah. Well, that's because the murder hornets didn't work. Now they're trying
More
to
than
make it loose now. Tornadoes and earthquakes.
yeah.
It's the end of times.
Yeah.
Better get right.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's like biblical proportions.
So far, this is our worst prospecting year.
Oh God, yeah.
We typically have found gold by now.
Well, you know, it's even still a lot of people obviously are respecting the rules too. At least on the eastern part, you know, for a while you were pretty restricted to be able to even go out to those properties.
Right.
And
Now
now
it's
it's just nonstop rain. It's like, wow, this is nice. But it is Memorial Day weekend coming up, and always in Ohio you'd always get storms. So I guess it's kind of normal too.
Well, didn't they?
Don't even mention it, Shad.
Shad, didn't they say like what Friday or Saturday it's going to be like in the 90s?
Is it?
I did not hear that.
Yeah, look on your weather thing real quick.
We
Well,
may
you know,
be able to
let,
go
let it
somewhere.
get away from it this weekend. Let it do
You
it.
must be looking at another city, Tim.
No, they said it on the radio this morning.
Okay, my forecast that's just been updated for Friday, a high of 68, a low of 52. Saturday, a high of 77, low of 54.
That's not bad.
Sunday, 82, 61, and it pretty much hovers around there.
It must have been like Monday because they said upper 80s, low 90s.
Monday, 82, low of 66 with rain.
Well, you know how it always changes. That was this.
Yeah, I
It
think it already
does.
changed from what you
That was
thought.
this morning. They said that. I was like, man, it's going to be that hot. I'm like, geez.
Well, we're just gonna play it by ear, but we're definitely gonna get the camper out, clean it up, park it in the driveway.
I mean, 80,
The
80,
opportunity comes.
80s would be like summertime. I mean, you can't
Oh,
beat
yeah.
that. I mean, heck, that's better than 50s and rain. So get it done. You guys will be ready for Flash Bash.
Yeah, well, I do want to get out before Flash Bash.
Okay.
Just to get used to everything and making sure my stuff fits me. Because this time at home, I was eating out.
I just hope it gets all the rain out of it by then, you know.
Yes.
Then the
yes.
water isn't high, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I guess the
Especially since
bank over the
well,
bank.
I won't mention where we're going, but
Right.
it's been notorious for flooding. So
Yeah.
The swank is over the banks, Kathleen. So,
it is.
yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
believe it. Yeah.
Yep. That's crazy. So, you
So
have-
on another note, we did have a discussion on Gold Prospector Space because last we heard Scott Swiftwater is plans on purchasing his new de facto gold camp. So we were asking everybody, hey, if you got an idea for a name of this
Oh
place,
yeah, that's right.
you know, start letting us know, you know, post in the discussion so that way we can take a look and see
Have we
what
gotten
sounds.
some?
Well, we have gotten a handful. So I'm hoping for more, but we did have 2 today. So that's what I saw it pop up in my email,
I
that
gotta
new
think of one.
post. So of course, it all started with Toledo Just saying name, Just Saying.
Just saying.
I like that one. That's still my favorite.
That one's really good. So Jesse set the bar like way out, like out of the picture range.
That was good.
It's high.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So this next one by Dwight said, well, obviously he must have donkey rides, a Chihuahua racetrack, a catfish pond, NASCAR go-kart track, a playground for mannequins, a half-service bar for fruity drinks, and every weekend live seminars on how to get out of finding gold.
Oh, you forgot barbecue.
Yeah, you did forget barbecue, Dwight. But he said he would have a sign out front saying, "You just don't understand."
Yeah.
Boom! Right on the money with that one.
Another good one now.
That's another. It's so true. He's like, you just don't understand how it is out here, guys. You know, just saying.
Well, maybe he will drive out east because it's going to be too hot in Arizona. Well, it's too hot right now, isn't it? To really go.
I'm just saying. But
I'm just saying.
Randy Lewis agrees with Toledo Jess. So he gave a vote towards Just Saying because there isn't anything better than that.
Yeah.
Now, Keith NNC. All right. He had a good one. He even used an abbreviation, which I give him A for creativity on this one. But he called it the NDH camp. Nothing done here.
The NDH camp.
I like that one too.
And then our last submission so far was from none other than Michael Shelby. Wishful thinking.
All right. Yeah, that's Scott.
I was thinking of, as the crow flies.
That's it. Yeah, that's another Scott.
That's a good one too. I mean, I like people pulling out these Scottisms.
Scottisms.
Maybe that's what it should be called, the Scottism Gold Camp. Just saying.
Yeah, in the chat room.
You just don't understand.
You just don't understand.
In the chat room, Ed Marvin said, "Life of a Miners Camp."
Mm-hmm.
Darth said, "Swiftwater Slow People Camp."
Pig racing.
Swiftwater's Dirt Hole for Dummies.
Just saying.
Just saying. You just don't understand. No, but yeah, I just saw it pop up into my email that we've had a few new replies, so that's cool. So if you do have any ideas, please post them in the discussion too, just so we can take a look as we start getting more. Because in the chat, we're gonna forget.
Yeah,
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah,
Us will always be there up there.
Yes, they'll always be there, and Scott can always look at that and think to himself.
sure. Because he'll probably have to use one of them.
Yeah, he probably will.
Did he ever elaborate like what kind of gold camp this is going to be?
Well,
like
okay.
Cabins, tents, or just campers, or what?
Honestly, I think, unless I misunderstood him, it was going to be more of, this is where he's going to live while he's out prospecting, rather than Black City Campground where he's been staying the past few years. It's like an acre of land, and it has like a mobile home on it already, utilities. He's just going to stay there, I think. Now, is he going to open it up to more people? I don't know. I've never gotten the answer from him on that.
Yeah, I thought he said something about people could put tents up there and stuff,
Or maybe he's just doing like excursions, not necessarily like a camp.
Yeah, because his claim's only like a mile away or something,
Just saying.
We shall see.
Yeah, just don't understand. Scott, we're always wondering. That's all we know. Oh, there's another thing, Shad. Did you see it that Ruben posted on the site about that book that he's got this gold book, and if people would like to own this book, he's going to be giving it away. And all you got to do is put a like on the post, and you can win that book.
What book is it?
You see it yet, Shad?
Is it the gold panning in Utah?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let me open up the post here. It's a guide to gold panning in Utah by Alan J. Chenworth. So obviously, This could have a lot of good information in Utah if you live there, or if you visited or something, or ever wanted to find gold. But if you want in on this book in the drawing, it'll take place on May the 31st. You simply have to go to this post, click on the like button of the photo, done. There's 7 members, and you'll be entered to have it shipped to your address for free. All members of goldprospectorspace.com are eligible. So really cool.
Is he drawing names in from the likes?
Yep. So be sure to go to that post, or you could search for Ruben F. Right. Yep. And go to his page, and you'll see the post there too. But right now it's on the homepage still, so
That's
you can
pretty
find
cool.
it easy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, if you'd like to have that book, just get on over,
Cool.
give it a big like, and you're entered. That's simple.
Of course, Jared says there's no gold in Utah. That book is blank.
Yeah. I think we need to go to Utah, you guys. Yeah.
I've never been.
You know, when people say there's no gold somewhere, it kind of intrigues me.
Yes, it kind of makes
Where are
you.
you hiding?
Yeah.
And Jared's been saying that a lot all the time. There's no gold here. There's no gold here.
Mm-hmm.
See, and here's what's cool about this book. On the back page, and Ruben was kind enough to also post a picture of the back, it gives a little bit more detail on what you can expect in this book, which includes maps, directions, photo, the history, and more.
Ooh.
So this is like somebody did a lot of research
Yeah.
to put this together. And he even posts basically some gold from Little Silver Creek, give you an idea, then another valley where he's found gold, and then so forth. There's, I think, 5, and even one where it's a 1/4 ounce of coarse grains and flakes.
Wow.
Lower reaches of Crescent Creek nuggets also found in this area. So this is really in depth.
Now, are you allowed to dredge in Utah?
I
So if
I
you
don't
dredge,
know.
Very, very useful
yeah,
guide.
I think so, right?
Well, I think it'll help pinpoint locations where gold's been found, which is always a great place to start looking.
Yep.
But then the history of it too, that's pretty fascinating.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, you got maps and directions.
Yeah, right. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Maybe we should just
Darren
buy
said
some
yes.
Swiftwater to help him out.
A 4-inch is
4-inch free permit.
permit.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
So
That's cool.
I
That's
just
an
can't
awesome
wait
book.
to wander out there when we
maybe
get
we
out
should go
there.
to Utah someday, guys, just to see there's no gold there for ourselves.
So we can call Jaron a liar
Right.
all these years saying no
How
gold there.
far of a drive is
Utah. Good.
From here, quite a ways.
well, not from here.
From Arizona, I mean, that's just the next state north of you. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh, because you got
Yeah.
Colorado and
yeah, Nevada's northwest.
Like going to
Utah's north.
Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. No big deal.
God, why you guys could go there every weekend?
I
my
think it would
gosh.
still be
the
8,
different
10
place,
hours.
the
but-
different places to wander. I'm just so excited.
Oh, I found you guys an architect.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, seriously, I'm not kidding. The guy I work with,
Yeah.
his brother's an architect in Phoenix.
Oh, no
And
kidding.
he's won the architect and designer of the year numerous times.
So
I
he
don't know if I can afford
made out a
him.
price raise. Is he work pro bono?
Want to design a house for
Tell him
charity?
we'll take him out to find some gold if he helps.
I'll get his website for you, and you guys can.
Okay.
Cool.
Does he know anything about koi ponds?
He knows everything about everything. You should see the houses he's built. It's
Oh, I bet.
it's a no. Yeah, he'd be a good architect for you guys.
Okay.
Because
Thank
I
you.
told him, I said, yeah, she wants a koi pond in the house.
It's actually building the house around the koi pond.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
Let's just
That's-
say
that-
we had
can't wait to get the
preliminary
letter.
designs to where we fought and argued about stuff already. Just to have an idea and get somewhat on the same page. And
I think
we've
we're
done
on the
it.
same
We
page
are.
now.
We are.
Think. Yeah.
I feel good about it.
Because we had two totally different visions. of what
Well,
this
it
is
wasn't
gonna
that.
look
I
like.
was I was misunderstanding her
Right.
and what
As
she
always.
wanted. No, you just weren't
He wasn't
explaining it
listening.
properly.
No, you weren't listening.
You were insane.
Well, instead of having
Koi pond's going to be indoors. And I'm like, heck no. I don't want to smell fish.
Oh yeah, that.
You know?
Yeah, it does stink.
But she finally elaborated. Basically, we're looking at a ranch style, so a single story L-shaped, but that open L part is going to be all walled off and somewhat enclosed
With a roof.
with one of those metal
screens.
screen roofs or something. Yeah, so that way it diffuses some light in some spots, so it's not bright, but it's still technically outside.
Right.
Same, but not.
I got you. Well, like I said, I'll get you guys the website. You could check it out and see.
That's awesome.
It might help you guys out. So
Now you work with his
brother.
Okay. And he lives out in Phoenix. Cool.
And I know they just got through building a big home out there that they rent out for vacationers. And then he's just all kinds. You should see some of the stuff. But I was telling him about it, and he's like, "Oh my, don't forget about my brother." And I was like, "Oh, that's right." And he
Awesome.
gave me the website, and then I forgot it. So I'll get it for you guys and send it to you, and you could just check it out.
We got to get an idea of how much this
Right.
is.
Right. At least it's gives you an architect in Phoenix to start with.
True. Very true.
So figured.
Well, I also just shared the link to Ruben F's post.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Bruce asked for it. Thank you, Bruce. That was a good idea. I don't know why I didn't do it to begin with. So I did post it in the chat room. So, hey, if you're in there, 25 of you right now, go in there, hit like on that post and get in on that book. I think it's a good book.
Yeah, get entered in it.
It's the kind of book you wish you'd have for every state, to be honest.
Yeah, good point.
Where you had not only maps, directions to find the gold, but, the history behind it.
right. Where hotspots are.
That's invaluable. That takes a lot of research. So,
What was the first prospecting book you bought and read?
None.
I haven't bought any.
From Chuck Lasseter.
Oh yeah, that was a
Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Midwest Prospector one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought she was going to say the GPA claim book.
No.
That was my first one, Shad.
Massive book.
Oh yeah, I remember it looked like a big phone book.
Yeah.
I will say some of the directions were kind of difficult, harder than others in that book.
Yeah.
It's better now. It's online. It's on the line. On the net.
Yeah. Because I remember when you used to you were supposed to put the book on your dashboard when you.
That was like to prove that you were a GPA member. Yeah.
Oh, really?
To have it with you. Yep.
Yeah. You have to tote that phone book around with you. It's like you said, that thing was huge.
What about you, Rich? What was your first prospecting literature?
I didn't really have any.
Rich he just knew it all.
Yeah. I mean, it's Rich Cooley.
It's Rich Cooley, man.
I'm not a book reader.
Stinking.
See, Rich is like me. I'm not a big book reader. Sometimes I'll enjoy a book and certain.
I mean, if I find something that's interesting,
yeah,
that I like, then I will. But other than that,
which isn't much. Not many books really pull me in that well. They gotta have pictures and coloring. That helps.
I mean, there's nothing like flipping through the pages of a book, being able to carry it around and not have to worry about service or charging or whatever, and you can write in it. I don't know. I'm just old fashioned that way.
In high school, when I had a book report, I went and watched a movie.
Me too.
Yeah. Here's my tactics. I would read the first and last chapter, double check the back or the book jacket. If there was a movie, chances are I already saw it. Right. And then I would pretty much be able to BS my way through that whole entire book.
Exactly. Report. Just read the back, the whole story.
Yeah,
I guess I was a big nerd.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier today.
Mine was The Outsiders.
The one with
Pony Boy and
oh yeah, Pony Boy in that.
That was a movie.
Yep.
It was also a book. I watched a movie instead of reading a book.
I read one book in my life, and that was Jaws before the movie came out. Yeah, before the movie came out. That's all I've ever read. And And then when I seen the movie, I was disappointed. So I quit reading. Done. Just waited for the movies. That way you're not let down.
So were you impressed by the movie?
No, not after reading the book, because it just wasn't the same. You know. You know
Well,
what
you don't have all the action, emotions, and everything, in the
Right.
book.
No, but the book, I loved the book.
Well, your imagination too can really pull you in and give you so much more vivid detail.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I always
Just like
hated.
Stephen King books.
I hated to read books and then a movie come out because people were right. Movies were never as good as the book.
Oh.
Yeah. Because movies there's only so much information they can show.
Hmm.
Plus, they don't always convey the author, and then nowadays they just change everything. Like if this is based on a true story, okay, the guy's name is, but everything else has been blown way out of proportion.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Like every war movie that comes out now is like so fake, you can't even believe it. It's like, really, what happened to these guys that you want to tell the real story was a lot worse than you could ever imagine, but you want to put it in that they were just against like hundreds and thousands of guys by themselves. No.
With a pistol.
Yeah, but they do it on purpose. They got to try to hype it up and make it
Of course.
believable. And it's like you take away really for what happened and you don't understand. But whatever. I hate you, Hollywood.
Well, Hollywood's getting their payback.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think Kathleen's got some information tonight.
Do, and I just got it all out of order.
All right, we'll get it in order. I'll do our quick commercial.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their miners' legal fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right, everybody. It's May 20th, 2020. So I've got just a couple news stories, but most of tonight is fun facts because they're fun. We're going to start off with a story in Florida. I don't know if you can see this picture, but a man who lost his prosthetic leg while he was surfing, he got it back after a boy found it while he was out treasure hunting with his father. Army veteran Carter Hess had been surfing at St. Andrews Bay in Panama City Beach. And this happened last month, but what had happened was the wave knocked off his $3,000 prosthetic limb, which was actually custom made for surfing. He tried searching for this for 2 days, but he was unsuccessful, and weeks went by without even a sighting of the leg. So 13-year-old Sebastian Morris, he spotted the prosthetic while scuba diving with his father in the Panama City jetties, because they like to hunt for treasure. So he came across it, and his father and him set up a Facebook page to try to help find the owner of the leg. And then that's what you see down here is what they posted. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. That is Sebastian and his father. So they posted this on Facebook, and lo and behold, Mr. Hess was reunited with his leg.
That's cool.
That's a happy story. It makes me feel good.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Different. I mean, something different you find in treasure hunting. You never know when you're going to find something it may not be valuable to you, but perhaps to somebody else.
Yeah, definitely.
The next story is actually in Virginia. So literally, this is trash turned into treasure for one family. Emily Shantz was driving with her family in Caroline County when the car in front of her swerved around something in the road. So she stopped, and it ended up being like a big bag of trash, what it appears to be. But when she picked up the bag, she also noticed there was another bag. So there was like two garbage bag looking things in the road. And inside of it was actually little plastic baggies that contained over $1 million.
Wow.
In cash.
Oh,
Cold hard cash. But the family turned it in to the Carolina County Sheriff Department, and they are still investigating on what this could be, but what they think it might be that it was meant for a bank, or possibly belonging to the post office.
But it was in a trash bag, right? They don't transport money in a trash bag.
Oh,
That's like drugs or money laundering thing going on there. That's
Maybe.
no bank or post office
bag, you keep it. Yeah.
Like these blue ginormous
bags,
bags,
trash bag.
And you have like this. I used to work at a bank, and we would ship money out, and you could not even open those bags.
Right.
One fell out. You would need some heavy materials to cut through it.
Exactly. So
yeah, I'm gonna say they're lying, and this was illegal money. And
yeah,
I guess here's my question I pose to you, everyone: what would you do?
You know what I'd do?
Would you say, "Hey, I found this one bag, and have this other bag over here"?
No, because then they would trace the other bag and know you're lying.
Who would trace it? You've seen too many movies.
Pick it up and drive away.
Exactly. Finders keepers.
There's weepers.
Especially if you're on this country road. I mean, look at it.
I know, right? It looks like a little outhouse back there.
So I wonder how many people drove past this and just saw a bag they thought was trash.
Well, that's what she said that like the car in front of her did. They like, oh my gosh, there's trash, and and he went around it. But she actually stopped to pick it up, and it ended up being $1 million.
Yeah. It fell off the back of the cartel's van.
Oh yeah, this is so not legitimate. Nobody transports money like that legitimately.
Oh.
Give me a break.
Right. Nope.
Maybe that's why she turned it in, because she didn't want
and
it.
now they know who you were.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they want revenge.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so are we done?
Yeah, I reckon.
All right, I'm going to go right into fun facts.
He got cut off.
His head got cut off.
You see him squatting though.
He's got a gold pan.
Okay, he's gold panning.
All right. Well, someone once said, "A mine is a hole in the ground with a liar standing on top of it." This quote was attributed to humorist Mark Twain. However, the quote is actually a combination of 3 sentences that were published in the Detroit Free Press in 1881 that read, "A mine is a hole in the ground. The discoverer of it is a natural liar. The hole in the ground and the liar combine and issue shares to trap fools." So it's about gold, I think. And so anyway, tonight's fun facts talks about the economic and physical environment during the California gold rush. Humor and wild entertainment were escapes for miners to find relief from all the back-breaking work that they had to endure. So many of them were kind of funny, and some of them were just downright interesting to hear. So I thought I would share them tonight with you. And some of them you may have heard, but this is different because it's like the stories enhanced because we have video now. Okay. Well, pictures.
Yeah, pictures.
All right. So this first story is it's either funny or it could be really, really disturbing if you think about it. And I don't know if you can see what's going on in this picture.
Yeah.
But it was a bull versus bear fight. This is what gold miners would do for entertainment. For the most part, they needed, after toiling through hours in the dirt and they, didn't have much to read, they were, trying to find something to entertain them.
Okay.
Now, if you were digging all day, didn't have anything to read or watch for that matter, and you're pretty much sequestered, if someone told you, "Hey, do you want to go see a bear and bull fight?" What would you do?
Oh, I would totally go.
Yeah, I'm in.
There you go. So the bull versus the bear fights, they were kind of like the Gold Rush's version of the First Housewives. Fight organizers would chain a bull up next to a grizzly bear, and then spectators would stand back just to see what would happen. Miners would bet on the outcomes, and everyone would have a good time watching these two animals go at it. And evidently, this was like a Sunday afternoon entertainment, right?
Right.
So beer baiting is what they called it, I guess. It was brought to California by the conquistadors, but the sport itself is actually goes back to the Roman times. And London in the Middle Ages, they used to build great amphitheaters known as bear gardens, not beer gardens, but bear gardens to host these events. So these occasions would happen after church on Sundays. And, the grizzly bear, as you know, is like a symbol of California. I think it's on one of their state flags, isn't it? But anyway, the bear and bull fight was the main event. And they would fight until, the death of the other. So wow. At the onset, the bear would usually just try to hang back, just taking it slow in a defensive posture on his hind legs. But the bull, however, would just go charging through. So with that, you guys know the bear and bull markets of the stock market. That's kind of what, where they got it. Because as you know, a bear market is one that's, lethargic, if you will, or just kind of laid back. But a bull market is the one that's, charging ahead. So I thought that was kind of an interesting fun fact about the gold rush.
Okay.
And the picture behind me is actually just a drawing of what they would do. You can see the bear is
tied up.
I think it's really sad, honestly. I mean, that's sad. I mean, a bear and a bull would never, ever find itself in the wild together.
Yeah, well, they could if the bear thought he could take the bull and eat him.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You just don't understand, Kathleen.
Okay, I don't know if I have a picture for this next one. What's the next picture? I think I might have skipped it. Yeah, I totally skipped it.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, ignore the picture because this picture has nothing to do with this story, and actually, it doesn't have anything to do with the next story either. But I was I was extremely busy today, and I think I just forgot.
Picture has literally nothing to do with the story.
Yeah, so we got a random sketch of a town.
Yeah. So just ignore that and just listen to my story.
All right, we're in.
The next story is no one likes to pay taxes, but miners really didn't like to pay taxes. Shortly after California achieved statehood, the town of Rough and Ready, that's the name of the town, decided that it had had enough of these mining taxes. It issued a manifesto which declared the citizens were not only willing to withdraw from the United States of America, but to do so forcibly. And that was how Rough and Ready became the Great Republic of Rough and Ready. So pretty much everyone in the U.S. government who had heard about the secession pretty much laughed it off, right?
Mhm.
And then, business just went on as usual. But in July, 3 months after they did this, July 4th, if you will, that is America's Independence Day.
Yeah.
America.
The Rough and Readians, who were no longer Americans, wanted to still celebrate because, they were still bored miners. So when they went down to the neighboring liquor general store, if you will, they wouldn't sell them to foreigners.
What?
So this is true, a true story. So a town meeting was called, and Rough and Ready was voted back into the Union. No manifesto will ever stand between a miner and his partying.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, like
America.
that lasted 3 months. All right, so this next story has nothing to do with the picture behind me.
Man, I can't wait till we get to the story that has something to do with the picture.
Okay, I think it's after this next story. But anyway, the next story, this was a story that went around back then. But, modern folks, we don't have to dig graves for our loved ones. Thank goodness, because I'm sure that would be horrible. But back in the gold rush days,
You can. Just saying.
he keeps threatening me that when we move out to the desert, that there's a lot of places to hide a body.
There it is.
So if I ever turn up missing, it's dead.
Just saying, yep.
Okay. So anyway, this was a common thing back in the gold rush because of course they didn't have funeral homes or, morticians or anything like that. So if your buddy or mining partner died, you would want to do the right thing and bury him. Of course, no one ever looked forward to doing this, but this was a man. His name was Oliver Martin. He was a miner. And according to the newspapers, Martin and his companion were sleeping in a cabin next to a stream where they had been, prospecting when they got surprised by a flash flood. Martin, he survived, but his companion did not. He felt, that he had to bury him. So he picked a spot next to an uprooted tree and started to dig. That's when he discovered what was known as the Oliver Martin chunk. This was at the time the largest gold nugget ever found in California. It weighed 151 pounds.
Mm. Wow.
So I guess back then it sold for $20,270, which in today's money is $559,000.
Wow.
And evidently, I guess this guy was a heavy drinker, go figure. And he took this discovery as a sign of God that he needed to stop drinking. So he he quit drinking. He later earned a big fortune in quartz mining, and he died a millionaire. So that's one of the rare gold rush stories where somebody actually dies a millionaire and not a pauper.
Well, that's because he didn't stay a gold miner. Got into another business.
Quartz.
He took,
Yeah.
that you can find quartz anywhere. It's
You got to
genius.
diversify, right?
Yeah.
He did.
Huh.
And I just have like the next story actually has something to do with this picture. Sorry.
Yay.
I knew I was forgetting something today. It just felt like I'm done way too quick. But
Like a good background picture, I guess.
so anyway, there was no railroad in 1850. So most of the folks who went out for the gold rush would travel by ship. Ship owners had a huge problem back then because when they would dock, the ship crews would, they weren't very loyal to the captain, and they would just go wherever they got offered a better opportunity. And at that time, it was finding gold. So a lot of deckhands ended up becoming prospectors, and they would just basically walk away, leaving their ships right there on the docks. And so obviously with the California Gold Rush going on, the ships just kind of sat there, and pretty soon there were like more than 500 boats anchored around the area, and the owners couldn't sell their abandoned boats, at least not as ships. So what they ended up doing was selling them as lumber to build, shops, homes, and things like that. Here's a sketch of San Francisco. You can kind of see
They built a building
on the boat.
You can see some of the boat structure as part of the building. And they would actually use the timbers from that.
Like a ghetto New York.
Saloons, offices, and jail. So it was known that these ships, because of the California Gold Rush, helped to actually grow San Francisco.
Now, are they still there?
I think a lot of them were destroyed in the Great San Francisco Fire of 1906, but I'm pretty sure, like on the outskirts, you could still, like some old homes, how you could take off the plaster and stuff, and you can see old boats.
Yeah, like
that would be pretty cool.
That would be interesting.
Okay, so the next story.
New picture? Yay!
Yay, kind of, yeah. I didn't get anybody rolling naked down a hill, but between 1849 and 1852, as we know, 1% of Americans left their homes in search for gold. So, they were looking for gold, and they would find the best way to find it possible. And of course, other folks took this opportunity to take advantage of prospectors who wanted to find their fortunes. So, case in point, gold grease was introduced. Gold grease costs about $200 in today's money. According to Imaging the West, this publication, this product not only promised something it absolutely failed to deliver, but it kind of humiliated you too. And here's how gold grease worked. A miner would strip down completely naked, and they would smear the grease all over their body. And then they were told if you rolled down the hill, that by the time you got to the bottom, all the gold would stick to you. All the gold dust, anyway.
Then how do you get the gold grease?
You have to ask, who would have tried this? And the first thing that pops into my mind is Swiftwater.
Yeah, I'm with
Snorkel?
I mean, I can see Scott doing that today.
And too.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was the story of gold grease. So as you imagine, they probably found out about it pretty quickly, but by then the salesman would leave town.
So how do you get the gold out of the grease?
Yeah, good point. Because grease and water doesn't really work
how
well
embarrassing
together.
is that? I mean, if anybody saw you naked rolling down a hill, they knew that you're a sucker.
I think we should try to sell Scott a tub of gold grease.
Gold grease? Maybe.
He can roll down the hill by his claim. Maybe that's about the only way he's going to get any gold.
I still am cracking up about the snorkel.
I am so disappointed he canceled that order. I was so looking forward to him having that, especially when he went to Idaho, where we had Dennis and other people would be there to take pictures, to film things. of him using it. I had high hopes. High hopes.
But I think we shamed him into canceling it, probably.
I think
You know,
we did too.
I think we need to learn something from that, right?
Just let it ride.
We
Okay.
need to step back from the making jokes and be like, you know what, Scott? Good for you, man. Good on you. Just go for it.
Okay, that's our new strategy.
Okay,
All right.
let's
Now-
practice that.
We got to, because
We have to restrain ourselves.
we totally missed a great
We
opportunity.
totally did.
We had people in play to capture the moment. Yeah. And
Flip
it
through
made
our
me feel bad.
Okay.
next time we'll make it happen. Guaranteed.
Well, I'm going to leave you tonight with some funny headlines during the Gold Rush era. Kind of like we see the news about strange things that happen in Florida. These things happen. These were actual headlines pulled from that era, and it's kind of funny.
Okay.
And this one publication had several of them, so you can imagine like just how it was back then.
Sure.
So anyway, I'll start with this one. A visitor here forged a marriage license, married a widow, had 2 fights, ran up a bill of $100, and stole a horse all in one day.
He
I
was
call that productivity.
multitasking.
Very multitasking. He could put that on his resume, on his application.
This is it kind of reminds me of in the old when I used to read the newspaper back in the day when they would have like squad runs and where the police would stop at certain places and they would put the report in the newspaper.
The neighborhood updates, you would always get some of the craziest stuff because they posted anytime the police were dispatched on a call.
Yeah.
And they were some of the funniest things.
Yeah, that's what this reminds me of. So I just have 4 more. This one was a story that said a local wedding party waited 15 minutes while the groom went out and stabbed his brother, who was just annoying the bride, by hanging around the house. The groom was arrested after their nice ceremony was performed by a Baptist preacher.
You know, you gotta love that they gave the details. You know,
Yes.
the Baptist preacher.
preacher.
I mean, it's the details in a story that really captivate an audience and keeps you in.
Extra, read all about it.
You know, because I guess somebody probably went to the reporter and we go like, well, what type of minister was it? And he goes, I don't know, I'll find out. He goes, yes, you will.
I didn't see it happen.
All right, another story pulled from the headlines. A dead horse was found in the reservoir of the waterworks. It was, of course, taken out as soon as possible, and the reservoir was cleaned. I don't know how, but it was evident that the animal had been in there for several weeks. As soon as the news was circulated over town, however, hydrant water became suddenly unpopular as a beverage, and the saloons were very, very busy. So this actually happened back then.
So this leads me to believe that the local saloon owners were like, dude, we're losing business. How can we do something? I know. Let's kill a horse. We'll throw him in the reservoir. Won't say nothing. People won't want to drink water. They'll come to us.
Hey.
And then, I mean, how do you clean a water reservoir, by the way?
I guess.
I know. That's what maybe it was one of those tanks. And they had to drain it and scrub the inside.
Well, what year was this? Or
it was in the 18.
What? No tank. It was just
there wasn't no tank. There was a hole in the ground.
Oh.
all it was.
Yeah. Well, you know, Kathleen, the tanks on the maps out in Arizona are just basically holding ponds.
Right. Yeah. That's all that would have been too.
Huh.
And you know they didn't have the chemicals.
Got stuck in
Yeah, don't worry. We cleaned it for you.
It's all
It's
clean.
disinfected. Just wear a mask
wear a
and you'll
mask.
be fine.
Pay no attention.
All right, the last one. This is. I'll leave you with this one. There was a great flood in 1849 after torrential rains flooded the streets of San Francisco. A sign was posted in the corner of Clay and Kearny Street that read, This street is not passable, not even jackassable.
Huh.
So there you have it. Some
But okay, so
funny reports back then.
the passable, obviously, to deter you from trying to walk.
But don't bring your jackass
Don't bring
either.
your ass with you. But what about a horse, though? Is it passable with the horse? I mean, you said a jackass, so.
Break out of them Cheetos.
Well, so that is dredging up the news and the fun facts for this May 20th.
Awesome, Kathleen. I enjoy it.
Awesome fun facts. That's hysterical.
I'm really digging the background pictures and the Frito crunchy sound from Rich.
Yeah, the Frito crunchy sound is awesome.
I apologize for the big gap. I didn't realize I had forgotten 2 stories.
No, that was cool. I enjoyed it.
Well, I didn't have the peanuts, so I have to have the Cheetos.
Yeah, but I'm not eating them during
Where's
the
the
show. Oh, they're in the back.
Yeah, I got to eat.
They're on the other side of the creek behind me.
I thought Dennis was here for a minute, digging in the chip bag.
I did see Dennis briefly popped on YouTube chat.
Oh, we did.
Did it?
Yes. So he must be working.
Yeah, he said he had to work tonight.
Yeah.
And Scott, God only knows. But
Yeah, he let us down tonight, I'll tell you.
yeah, well,
Don't worry, he'll be at the Flash Bash. Just you wait.
yeah, he's on his way. He's on the road. Him and
Do
Danny.
you really think he will? Should we run a bet?
Well, if he leaves now, he might make it in 2 weeks.
No.
Oh, he might show up. He drove to Idaho and stuff and them places.
True, and Oregon.
Yeah, so he
Went all the way to Oregon. And that's kind of like the same drive, isn't it?
yeah, because I mean he could actually drive here and then he could drive up to Indiana and see
His family.
Yeah, so he might, but I kind of doubt it. But he might.
If he drives here, is he going to sleep in the camper with us, or is he going to shack up with you, Rich?
No, we'll put him in the limo with Dennis.
Ain't with me, I'll be in a tent. There ain't no room for him.
We'll put him with Dennis in the limo. I like that idea. Let him experience a night with Dennis or 2.
Is Dennis coming?
Yeah. Yeah, Dennis will be there. Yep.
So all of us will be there.
All but supposedly Scott.
Yeah, if Scott shows up, then it's definitely all of us.
If he shows up, it'll be awesome.
It will be. We won't hold our breath,
But
though.
we'll still have an awesome time without him.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll just tell him, hey, Scott, if you don't show up, you're part-time again. You're not a part of the crew. Your name will never be added to the intro.
Scott never misses his show.
We'll take him off the
He's
bed.
got something important to do.
You know what? Well, didn't we talk about our banner, our poster? Like you're showing the last one we did.
Right. Yep.
And we sometimes have had to redo that poster 3 times in a short 2-year period.
There's a call.
No, someone's calling.
Oh,
All right. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Tim, it's your buddy John.
Hey, John. How are you?
hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, everybody. I never seen the message I put in the GPS chat, but
Yep.
I've got an order of gemstones I'll have Friday, and I'll probably have some more sent out to you for drawings or
Oh,
giveaways later on this month.
all right. Cool, man. Thank you. We appreciate
Awesome.
it. I hope everybody that's worn them appreciates it too. Yeah. They're pretty cool.
And at least I finally found some tires for my truck, too.
Tires for your truck.
There you go.
The ones on it were getting a little thin, and
Uh-oh. That's never good. Thin
yeah, then
tires.
I had to take my truck somewhere so I can get the lug nuts broke loose and new ones put on, and
No, hey,
that cost me $30 for that, and it took me an hour and a half to do it.
just to break some lug nuts loose.
Yeah, because someone evidently torqued them on way too tight.
Yeah, somebody went impact happy is what they did. And they just kept cranking them. So, John, are you going to a flash bash?
I don't know. It depends on if I can get my plugs changed on my truck too.
Okay. Roger that. Well, maybe you'll make it there, and if you do, we'll definitely see you for sure. You know.
Are you from Ohio, John, or where are you from?
Circleville.
What?
Rich,
I didn't hear you.
Where are you from?
Circleville, Ohio.
Ohio, okay.
yeah, Circleville. That's down by Columbus way, ain't it?
Yeah, it's south of Columbus.
South of Columbus. See, Kathleen knows where every member of Gold Prospector Space is from.
Because I had to address. Look, when we sent out
All the
stickers,
Cronies Club stickers.
If you were a Crony Club member,
Yeah, and you
pretty much
send
kind
them
of
out
know
the
where
sticker.
you're
That's right. Good. She's right.
I'm about 2 hours from Double D claim.
Oh, okay.
Have you been there this year, John?
No, but I've checked the water level at White Oak Creek, which is real close to the creek there at the Double D. And it was, I think, like about 8 or 10 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much over the bank.
Flooded out.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. All this rain. Ain't much that ain't flooded out. You know? So.
That's what's making it hard on us this year. We can't get into the creeks because of the rain.
All right. Well,
I know. It's been a crazy year, and I can honestly say it's the worst gold finding year thus far. I'm hoping that we make it up for the rest, so we'll see.
That's what I'm hoping for.
All we can do is hope. You know?
Well, it's like the thing was like 2 years ago, my neighbors and I, we was already been down to Double D every weekend from about March on that year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see?
And
we hit the Double D.
The way the weather was,
too.
We didn't get down there until about May last year. Then this year, we don't know when we're going to get there.
Right. It's just a crazy year. So just at least it gives you time to get your truck ready. You know?
There you go.
Right?
Yeah, well, if I can't get the plugs changed, I might try to get there.
Okay. All right.
Even though it gets pretty good mileage going down the highway.
Yeah, they get them plugs changed. It'll be even better. You know? For sure, brother. Okay, cool. Well, man, John, thank you again for all those gemstones. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh,
and,
that's not a problem. But, you know, whenever I send them in, everybody's included in getting them, including the crew.
That's cool. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Thank you, brother, for sure. And yeah,
I know Jaron, like the ones he got, he won that one time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I just mailed out the last winners the other day, so he should be getting his.
And I love my moonstone.
Oh, Hanson. I got another one for you, Kathleen. I'll give it to you.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have to mail it.
It's a different color this time, too.
Since
cool.
Figured I'd give it to you, you know?
And there's one little other thing that's in there for you, Kathleen. It's a real small piece of amethyst.
Nice.
It's kind of like a quartz crystal point that's purple that kind of fades off into clear.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a real small piece you can make into like a pendant or whatever.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I love gemstones.
I will give it to her when I see her, John, for sure. You know, because
in a couple weeks.
I'll let you know we'll have some more coming your way here before long.
Awesome, brother. We appreciate it. Really do, man. You know, we can't thank
They're probably a little bit bigger bags too than what I have been sending you.
All right. They don't have to be. Those are fine. You know, makes it.
Well, I know all the members that's won them. I know they've liked them. And
oh yeah. No, we, like I said, they're fine. Everything you've sent's been perfect. We appreciate it. You know, and they do too. So thank you, brother. Okay.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
All right. You have a great.
Hey, you guys have a good evening.
You too.
Be safe out there.
All right, you too, buddy. Take care. Get them tires there. All right.
All right.
All right. Later.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Bye, buddy.
All right. Bye. Bye.
All right. John's getting them gemstones to us, and we're
That's cool.
wait
What night are you coming? Friday night?
Saturday morning. Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
I'm not coming after work. No way.
So you're pretty much spending what? Are you going to stay the night?
One day. Yeah. Yeah. One night. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'll have to eat the crickets this time.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Dennis can eat the crickets.
Oh,
And if Scott shows up, Scott can eat the crickets.
it'll be great seeing everybody again. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. So we'll get it.
It's kind of weird because Memorial Weekend, at least a couple of us get together.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that was kind of
I'll bring
like
some
always
family.
the, all right, it's time to go all out, start the season big time,
right. Usually. But
to get together.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can get a new group picture for new banner.
That'd be nice. If Scott makes the trip.
Well, like I said, what we need to do for the banner is just we'll get like Velcro cutouts of everybody. So when you leave the show, you just get ripped off.
Just get rid of
That'll save money on a new banner.
Good. Just peel them off. I like that idea, Shad.
And then you're going to join. Okay, you take this spot, this Velcro patch, click, print, stick on there. Welcome to the team.
That's right. Stick them on. They're in the lineup.
Although the lineup one is my favorite. I really like that banner behind you. It was
The coolest one.
creative.
It is. That's the
Lineup,
best. Shad did a good job on that.
He did.
That is the best one.
It's the cronies,
The lineup.
the lineup.
Definitely is, man. It is cool. All right. Well, I think that about covers everything. We hope that everybody enjoyed the show, and we had a good time hanging out with you. And don't forget to join us Sunday night at 7:30. We'll be back as always. And maybe Scott and Dennis will be here too. We don't know. I
It's
guess.
Memorial Weekend.
Oh,
so-
it is Memorial Weekend. Yeah. So, right. We will be here. And so I guess until then, we're out of here.
Good night, Gold
Good
diggers.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
And we're clear on Spreaker, so say bye, YouTube.
See you, YouTube.
See
We're
ya.
out of here.